Let's get it. Today's video, we're going to be doing a quick update on my 1K to 10K swing trading challenge. So let's go. What is up, everybody, and welcome to the Crypto Cabin. My name is Tom, and in today's video, we're going to be going over my 1K to 10K swing trading challenge, taking a look at the moves I've made over the last week or so. If you're new to the channel, please scroll on down, leave this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, then click that little notification bell and select all so you get notified for when I post these new videos. So without any further ado, let's jump right in. So you can see here that the portfolio is up about $157 at this point in time. Forgive the metrics that say it's up 256%. That's just what happens when I remove assets from this portfolio and add in the ones that I have changed out for. So this is what the portfolio looks like right now. We have just over 43 Chainlink and 100 Curate or XCUR. So I was able to average down on Chainlink when we started dipping. Basically, here's what happened. So I took the DHV and cross wallet tokens that I had and I put them all into BUSD for a while until we had the Onino launch. So I talked about the Onino launch. I've talked about it on YouTube. I also talked about it on TikTok a bit. And so I knew this was launching last weekend on Saturday. And so what I did was, this is what normally happens with launches. We had a big spike up and then it starts to cool off after that. This is very, very typical. So I knew this launch was happening. I do have some of this in my main portfolio as well because I do believe in it long term. However, this was a play that I was pretty confident was going to happen. So launch price was 10 cents. I was able to get in at about 20 cents because the price was just so wild off the start. My order didn't fill until we were at about 20 cents. And so I took everything from DHV and cross wallet, put it into BUSD until launch here. And then I took that and put it all into ONI on the launch. Rode it all the way up. I doubled my money. I got out and put it back into BUSD for when, you could kind of tell, it was fairly easy to tell that the market was going to keep crashing after it didn't support, or as a whole, Bitcoin was not looking super good last week. And so we could see that it was kind of, obviously continuing to crash. And so I put it into stable coins after I got out of Onino. And then I hung out on Chainlink and dollar cost averaged here because what I saw was this horizontal level of support, and I was hoping that it would be respected because it has served as resistance, support, resistance, 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 and then support over here, and then once again support there. I also saw this kind of bullish divergence here and the big green dot, which usually means there's going to be a reversal. We did have this back here as well, and we did get a reversal. We could still come back down technically. Obviously that happened here before as well. We could also be on the road back and up. So we did get this bullish cross on the RSI as well. Stochastic was way down, momentum wave way down, bullish divergence. So I kind of dollar cost averaged a little bit of my profits from ONI, and I have been able to lower my position on Chainlink to about an average of, I believe it's right around $18 or so is where my average price is, or average buy price would be for Onino, or sorry, for Chainlink. This is in Canadian dollars here. So in American, it is roughly 18, I believe. So we're still down a little bit on that position overall, but getting the green dot here, bullish divergence, respecting that horizontal support line, I did dollar cost average back in, and we are now slowly on the way back up there. And Curate is the one that I decided to go into as well. So one of my followers, I think it was on TikTok, they brought up a good point that, cross wallet seems to be very, very inactive on Twitter, and that to me is kind of a red flag. They kind of mentioned this is not a red flag, even though I am, their use case is it sounds good. It does sound like they would, obviously integrating all the different blockchains together into one wallet and having it be the only crypto wallet you would ever need. Sounds great. However, they're not very active on Twitter, and that is, kind of a red flag. So I took a look at a couple other low caps. Predominantly right now, I do think it is smarter to be in the larger caps, because if the market rebounds, they would be the first ones to rebound back up, and the low caps will hurt for a little bit longer. But this is one that I've heard a few people talk about now, so I decided to go and look at Curate. And NFTs are still pumping, and this is an NFT app. So it's got its own marketplace app. It's cross-chain with physical goods, and it's got its own fiat on-ramp that's out now. There's a desktop web app as well, and then they are currently working on a lot more partnership integrations and all that. We'll get into that right away here. But basically, when you look at its competitors, it is far superior to Rarible, Super Rare, OpenSea, all these other ones. Commissions are very competitive. It's gasless, free minting and bidding. They also offer physical goods. It's cross-chain. It's got its own token. Carbon neutral. You can purchase with cards. Mobile desktop app. So it is one of those things that kind of is checking off all of those areas. You can come down here and take a look at the team, and whenever they are, showing faces, all doxed, you can take a look and check them out on LinkedIn and Twitter. That is always a good sign. Tokenomics, this is another thing that I think is really, really awesome, is that there was originally 10 million. They burned 15% of them. So 8.5 million is what's left, and the circulating supply is almost all out there. So whenever you take a look at a project, you can usually see there in a market cap wise, there is the market cap, and then there would be the fully diluted market cap or fully diluted valuation, and this would be with the max supply. But here, let's go check out Coinmarketcap instead. So sometimes the numbers between Coinmarketcap and CoinGecko aren't always the exact same, so I think it's good to check out both. So right now, basically what you can see is the total supply is almost all out there, right? So we got to switch back to US dollars. This is easier to see for everybody, but the market cap is 16.7, fully diluted is 17. So a lot of projects, what you'll see is that the market cap is maybe quite small, but the fully diluted market cap is quite big, which means that there isn't nearly as many coins in circulation. And so from a stability standpoint, this is way less likely to be manipulated, in my opinion, because there is all of the projects. I mean, it's still a small cap, so a big whale could still manipulate it, but there is almost all of the circulating supply out there, which is very, very good. And even on here it says there's 8.341 circulating supply. That's not quite true, because when you go back to their own website, we've got 8,499,802 out. So it's basically all out there. When you look at their roadmap, you can see all the things that they have been able to do coming up here in Q1 of 2022. Binance Pay integration, phase 1 of Avalanche in-app integrations for deposit and withdrawals, gasless sending receiving of XCUR, phase 1 with Algorand, all these other different gasless features and token integrations in the app. Q2, Elrond in-app integration, phase 1 in Q3, working with Polygon, Theta, Avalanche again, more MetaMask stuff. So they've got tons of stuff, and as you can see what they have done in Q3 and Q4, they have nailed every single thing. Here is the full cross-chain experience that everybody is going to be able to get, really. So right now they've got Ethereum and Solana. Those are good to go. Algorand is in testnet. Métis DAO is in testnet. And then coming up, they're going to have Binance Smart Chain, DOT, Elrond, Matic, Theta, Scale, Avalanche. This is absolutely amazing. So another thing that I love is look at this. Over 80% of the total tokens are held by holders. So they've got, a bit for liquidity as well. Some of the treasury, some vesting, but this is 8 million out of the 8.5 million. So technically this percentage should be higher, but it's over 8 million out of the 8.5 million is held by token holders. Obviously, I was able to get some on PancakeSwap, but here's all of the other places where you could get it, all of their partners, and then as well as a bunch of stuff that they've done to give back, COVID relief, bunch burned, working on carbon neutral stuff. So this is one that I am very bullish on, especially with NFTs kind of picking up. And if this gets some massive adoption, it is still a very, very low market cap coin at 16, 17 million, right at around $2. I think I was able to buy, what does it say? I flip back to USD now, that's why this portfolio looks like it's down a little bit, but average buy just under $2, so $1.91. It's obviously coming up a little bit, but I felt pretty good with that buy. Obviously, there was a time when it was a little bit lower, but if this does end up going into, 10, 20, 30, where was the all-time high? Yeah, up at $15, $16. If you bought it at $1.90 versus $1.60, 70 cents, I don't think I'm really going to be kicking myself too bad. So we've also got this bullish not bullish divergence, but this bullish cross on the RSI for now. It is getting a little bit higher up here, so if we do get up into this oversold territory, we may need to be taking some profits. However, this is one that I am definitely looking at for my main portfolio, as well as one of those, won't put a ton into it in my main portfolio. Usually what I do with low caps and how I started this whole journey out was putting anywhere from $200 to $400 in each project. That's what I started with Cardano when it was under 10 cents. I put about $300 into Cardano. It went all the way up to $2 to $3, took profits there, and then that's kind of how I've done it with Polkadot, Atom, Uniswap, a bunch of projects like that. Put a couple $100 in, that's where I started, took profits along the way, and then now I have that money to put into some of these lower cap coins now that could potentially 10, 20, 50, 100x. You don't know exactly what they're going to do, of course. Nobody does, but when you see a project, in my opinion, when I see a project like this, this is one that I am going to put a couple $100 on and see where it goes. So that is it for today, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Here's a quick recap of the portfolio just so you can see what it looks like, where we're at, what our average buy price was on these coins in US dollars at this point in time. A little bit down on Chainlink, just got into Curate, so we're a little bit up there at this point. Chainlink's fighting back. We'll see how we do. Thank you so much for watching, and if you got some value out of this video, please scroll on down, leave this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, then click that notification bell, and select all so you get notified for when I post these new videos and updates. I appreciate each and every single one of you. I will see you next time on the next episode from the Crypto Cabin.